Hi guys, my name is V and welcome to my book nook. So in today's video, I wanted to tier rank all the fantasy books that I've read. So I stuck to mainly the young adult, new adult books and whatever I read in like the more recent years because some of the stuff that I read a long time ago, I don't really remember. So get comfortable, grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. Okay, so let's go through the categories of books that I have. So the first one is Core Memories. These are like my 5-star books, are kind of the fantasy books that kind of got me into reading. They make core memories, you know. The next one is One Plot Twist Away from Iconic. These are like, I would say 4-star to 4.5 stars. These books were like literally one difference, or like I just had one issue in them, and I think if that was changed, these had like the potential to be 5 stars. The next is 8, Just Not the Whole Plate. So I got what I asked for, but it just, that was it. You know, they were okay, fine books. Like, they did what they were supposed to. I would still recommend them, but it's kind of like, I've seen it before. It didn't really stick with me. Then there's I Forgot. I think a lot of books are going to end up going here. If I'm being completely honest, this category is just my fault. It's books that I read a while ago and I don't remember. And I take full responsibility for that. And then just know, this is just like my 1 or 2-star books. I don't even know if I have anything that's going to go yet, but it's just know. Most of them, it's like representing like the entire series. I'm just not going to rank like every single book in a series. That we'd be here a while. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with something easy. We all knew that was going to happen. Once Upon a Broken Heart. 5-star series. That second book, Chef's Kiss, amazing. But I think the series as a whole it's just such a comforting series to me. And I think as a whole, I would say it's a 5-star series for me personally, and I would 100% recommend it. Okay, let's go next. Oh, Akata. Okay, I'm gonna put this in core memories because Akata is kind of one of those series that got me into reading. Like, this is one of my core memories in fantasy. I think if I had never read this, I wouldn't be here today. So in that sense, I think Akata is like core memory level. I will say the first book is not that great. I did not really enjoy A Court of Thorns and Roses, but book 2 and 3, the second book is amazing. I loved it. That book, I would say, is a 5-star. But also, when I rank this, I'm not counting A Court of Silver Flames and anything that comes after. This is just the main 3. That is in my core memories. Okay, what's next? Okay, let's do something. Oh no, Shadow and Bone. I read this like a year and a half ago, and I read Shadow and Bone, the trilogy, with the intention of reading Six of Crows. And then I never ended up reading Six of Crows because I ended up going on holiday and then I didn't get the time. But genuinely, I don't remember. I mean, I have like kind of an idea of what it's about, but I don't remember anything else happening, like at all. That's my fault. That is my fault. But like, I don't remember like whether I enjoyed it or not. It's gone. My mind is a sieve. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, maybe we should do this. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorcery of Thorns. The only reason that it's going in One Plot Twist Away from Iconic is because I read this book kind of late, right? I read this like last year. And I just feel like if I'd read this when I was a little bit younger, I would have appreciated it so much more. It just felt a little bit predictable because like I've read so many books like this where I kind of knew what was going to happen, but it was still such an enjoyable book and I had such a great time. And if you haven't read it, I would definitely recommend. It felt more on the YA side of young adults, you know? So that's the only reason I think that stopped it from being like a 5-star kind of a book. Next, okay, let's see. I should do this. Oh, okay, so I just finished read this. Oops, no. I'm putting this here because this Woven Kingdom was so good. I think I raved about this in my May reading wrap up, but this book was so good. The only reason I'm saying it's here is because I have not finished it. I'm like halfway through the second book. So maybe when I'm done the second and third book, and I think the fourth book comes out this year, maybe it's gonna go into core memories. But for right now, I'll be fair and I will put it here. Okay, next, Five Broken Blades. This book was refreshing. This is a new adult one. It was refreshing in the sense that it was a little bit different from the typical, fantasy books that we've been getting lately, and I did enjoy that. Now, when a book is a five-star book, you kind of think about it a lot after you read it, and that's kind of how this book, this was this was a good book because I can't stop thinking about it. I didn't really think about this much after, but I had a great time reading it. And it's honestly such a fast-paced, action-packed book. This is like the kind of fantasy that would break a reading slump. Or if you're like new to fantasy, actually, I think it's such a nice book, especially with like the five, I think it's 6 points of view and stuff like that. It was just such a refreshing kind of a fantasy, and I genuinely enjoyed it so much. I'm gonna put this here. Okay, when I first read Fourth Wing, I loved it, and Iron Flame kind of brought that series down. And then I didn't read Onyx Storm. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. I think Fourth Wing is great. I love the whole dragons element to it and all of that. The main character Violet is a little bit annoying, but Iron Flame, I don't know what about that book. I just didn't enjoy it as much as Fourth Wing. I felt like so much that I read in the series was kind of done before. I've seen it before. It wasn't anything new and amazing. It ate just not the whole plate. Oh, okay. This is might be controversial, but I'm putting From Blood and Ash in Just No because, okay, hear me out. When I first read this, I loved it. I thought it was so great. But then as I grew up and as I read better fantasy books, I realized maybe this was not the series for me. I read, I think, the first three in this. I think there's like five or something. But when I read it, the other ones hadn't come out yet. So it's just, I don't know what about it. I tried to reread it and it wasn't doing it for me. And I realized that maybe I don't like this. I think the first book was good and the plot twist in the series were actually really good. It's just that this kind of fantasy I don't think is for me. I feel so bad to put it here though. It's just that I do remember it, so it's not gonna go and I forgot. And I don't know if I would recommend it anymore because I feel like there's so many better ones that I've read, but I did enjoy it when I read it. It's just that going back, I don't know. I can't enjoy it anymore, basically. Okay, let's move on. Belladonna. I want to put it in Just No, but that's so harsh. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Let me just say, Belladonna was fine. It was okay. It was average. It was, if I'm being honest, it's on the lower end of this category. Like Five Broken Blades and Fourth Wing would be like on the upper end of this. This one was like, I didn't like her relationship with death. That's the thing that put me off from this book. It just didn't really make sense to me. That was the only thing. I felt like the vibes were there and everything about this was, interesting. That was just that brought it down for me. Okay. Crescent City, the first book. For this one, I'm explicitly saying not book. I'm not looking at book three right now. That doesn't exist to me. We are ranking just the first book because I loved the first book. It was kind of, it was great. I read this book like 5 times now and I love it every time. It's like a comfort TV show you rewatch that's entertaining and at the same time still sometimes will make you cry, and just it's great. I love it and it is one of my core memories for sure. Okay, let's carry on. Caraval. Okay, the only reason I'm saying Caraval goes here is because Once Upon a Broken Heart was just great. And I shouldn't, but I compare them. And that's the only reason I would put Caraval here. Because Caraval is great. I would 100% recommend it. If you are going to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, you have to read Caraval first. That is a must. A must. Okay, next. Oh my god. The Invisible Life. Okay, I really did enjoy The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue when I read it, but I have zero recollection of it. And I did not read it that long ago. You know what? I probably need to reread this, and if I reread it, it's probably gonna go like a 4-star kind of a book. It's just I don't remember it, if I'm being very honest. The same goes for Ninth House. I enjoyed them so much at the time, and when I was reading it, I had great reading experiences. But just in hindsight now, I have no memory of them at all. I don't even think I could tell you what the plot of Ninth House was.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
I feel low-key bad for saying that, but anyway. Oh, yeah, Seven and Dove. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just didn't. It just wasn't for me. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put one for my enemy here, but I really enjoyed this. This was great. It was so different. It was Romeo and Juliet inspired, witches. I love anything witches. I really, really enjoyed this one. It was great. It's just the ending confused me a little bit. I wasn't entirely happy with the way that it ended, but this was great. Oh, okay. Divine Rivals on its own was absolutely amazing. The only reason it's going here is because the second book really brought it down. The first book was great. I loved Divine Rivals. It's just that Ruthless Vows was not my cup of tea. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know why. It just, I felt like it lacked the essential things that made Divine Rivals great. Brings it down. One Dark Window. I know I didn't enjoy the second book as much as the first one, but as a duology, it was great. It was refreshing. I enjoyed it so much. It was great. I think last year it was one of my favorite fantasies that I read, and to do it in a duology, like the magic system was great. I didn't hate any of the characters. I loved all of them, and I think the main character's name was Elspeth. She was great. The nightmare she had in her head, that was such an interesting concept, and I loved this I love this duology. I would say it's here because I really did enjoy this trilogy. It's just Karan, I didn't really like him in the first book, and I know that's kind of the point. It just that kind of knocks it down a little bit. Jude is a 5-star character. I loved her, and is Shatter Me. This is dystopian, I know, but this is one of my core memories. Aaron Warner. I read every single book in the Shatter Me universe except the new one that just came out, Watch Me. But Shatter Me is one of my core memories. That is my truth. Kingdom of the Wicked. Okay, this was exactly what you're looking for in a fantasy. I'm pretty sure this is a trilogy. I loved it. It was great. I, but I just probably wouldn't reread it. Oh, I loved Emily Wilde. I haven't read the last book, but it's kind of like one of those books I'm saving for like a rainy day when I really need a book. But I loved it. Emily Wilde was great. If you haven't read it, I know some people say it's like pretentious and stuff like that, but I loved it. I thought the characters were quirky, but in a lovable way, and it was kind of cozy fantasy. But I just really liked it. Oh, 4 years ago, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This was so nice. I really enjoyed this whole series. I actually want to reread this because it's been a while since I read this. The same with The Goddess Test. Honestly, both of these could be in core memories. It's just over time, my memories have faded a little bit of them, but I remember them being like integral parts of my reading. And I don't hear people talk about them much, but they were just really great books. And Powerless, oh, okay, Powerless is going here. Powerless was great. I loved Kai. I mean, who doesn't? It's just that I have not read, I've heard some spoilers about the third book, which have been putting me off from reading it. I thought it was okay. Does what you need it to do, you know? So this isn't all the fantasy books I've read. This is just like bulk of what I remember. I'm sure there's a couple more I cannot remember right now, but that is me tier ranking all the fantasy books. Honestly, I would recommend almost all of them except the just no category. I think everything someone who's going to take one of these books and probably love them, because most of these are such good fantasies, and I've been fortunate, to read almost all of them and have such good reading experiences with it. So yeah, that is my tier ranking of all the fantasy books I've read, or well, all the fantasy books that I remember. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys soon.